On this episode of Sweet Projects, I drop a tool in some oil.
Ah, for fuck's sake.
Tyler hits a jack stand with a hammer. And I tug at an engine crane.
Yes.
Hi, it's been a hot minute, but here is our V70 V8. In the flesh, it lives and breathes. Except it doesn't really live and breathe. It has been off the road for 2 years because it started leaking a lot of oil. And we never really did the fourth part of our Sweet Projects V8 series. So we thought, since the engine has to come out anyway, and a lot of you had burning questions, we're going to do it again. How's the front looking, the jack stand? Still good?
Yeah.
It sounded unsure. I don't like not knowing on the phone.
Stop. Don't go anymore. I need a rubber mallet. It's a noise.
Creaky jump. Alright, it is time to disassemble.
Shall we start with the headlights?
Yes. Mine does not want to budge. Oh, wow. Oh, lucky you. Are they melted on or something?
I often just got the headlight and yank.
Yeah. You love yanking, don't you? Why are there really long screws on the bottom? These are very stubborn.
Tight is the word, not stubborn.
Well, you undo it, and the little rubber thing that the screw goes into turns. So you gotta like hold it with your finger, and it's quite painful. It's like tearing my finger apart. I'm not gonna have a fingerprint after this. My touch ID is not gonna know who I am. Bye. It's nice knowing you. Ah! Okay. Numero uno. If you're wondering why we have a black front bumper when the car is blue, it's because we wanted an R-design bumper, which is a bit awkward because this is not an R-design bumper, but an R-design bumper is the same as the standard bumper. And the car came with the standard bumper, which was colour matched to the car, but then Tyler in his infinite wisdom decided he wanted the S80 front bumper, so we put that on, and then I decided, after we had already binned the old V70's bumper, that I wanted an R-design, which gets like, you know, some chrome here and all this sort of stuff. But you need a standard V70 bumper for that, and we'd already thrown ours out, so we've had to buy another one, and it's black, not blue. But yes, it was a little bit of a pointless exercise, because we threw the old one out when it was the right one all along. I have taken the number plate off. It's done. Call it a day. That's what one would describe as oily.
Only slightly.
I don't know what they do at the factory to put them in there, but they never come back out again. That one wasn't actually too bad. Do you like my screwdriver storage?
I do.
Hello world. Okay, so we want to pull all those off, which means I need the you know?
I found it.
That's not the I want.
Oh.
I want something with a flat-ish end. Alright, you got it?
Kind of got it.
You might need the little you know?
Got them all.
Yeah. So I think this is all loose when you do a yank on it, yeah? Oh, you missed one. You missed two.
Oh. Yeah.
Ready?
No. Why are you stuck?
Oh. Okay.
Oh. Yeah, okay.
Mine's like not.
It's just going to be stuck in that Brio that sits under the headlight.
No, it's like here somewhere.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's stuck in the Brio here.
Ah, so I just yank it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that works.
Keep on here.
Are you feeling horny? I might not be able to fit this in, I won't.
No, tried it.
Excuse me? To do what with it now?
So you want to reattach the horn?
It just prevents us from losing it.
Maybe we got the horn.
Look, anything is possible. Is this like
No, it's nowhere near being ready.
a little bit loose? Like I wouldn't exactly call that strong dependable. We'll pull it off. So what are they? 15?
There's something.
Thank you for your. That'll come through. Actually, 15 looks too big. No fucking way. Jeremy, what are you smoking? Come on now. 13? Okay. Well, got the best welding in the world, does it? Is that a previous repair or? I'm sure I'd trust that.
It was made on a Friday.
Huh?
It was made on a Friday.
Oh. Alright, so that's now gone. That's loose. That's showing signs of looseness.
Loosen the fender. You got fender looseness.
Yeah, I've got fender looseness.
This is what happens when you wait 2 years.
Mine's like still tacked down, it won't come up.
Oh yeah, because you've got to unhook it from here.
It's reluctant, I'm gonna say. There we go.
Absolutely filthy. And I'm going to assume that's oil vapor.
What do you think that does?
Yeah, you've forgotten parts of this. Yeah, you got to be careful with all this. Yeah.
Do I just like yank it?
Yeah, it's a bit of a fat. Oh, yeah, that's different. Yeah. Look at that.
We don't
It could
need
be a
that
dealer
bit.
tech.
It has oil.
Not much.
I'm shocked that it actually has some at all. This just popped off.
Yeah, it's got just a little nipples.
So I have freedom, you have freedom. So
Latches.
yeah,
Need freedom.
So we want to do.
That one. Oh, not the whole one.
The alignment will never be the same again. I hope you know that.
Well, we've done this before.
Yeah, it's true. Ah, yeah, that's what we would have done last time.
Yeah.
You know, preserve these somehow, somewhere.
Okay. Well, should I take the latch as well?
Yeah, well, we've got to do that much, but that does the.
Oh, that stays with it. Okay. I see. This little plastic thing is what holds the entire bonnet down. Thank you. It is on the thick padlock.
What was I undoing? Oh, that thing. Oh, yeah. It's like.
Bye.
Okay, so. Now. go. I only threw them anyway. I don't have to hit any more.
What? Just be careful with that.
Oh yeah.
This can go outside for now. Alright, we're done.
Oh, ow. I don't know, to be honest.
Well. Sorry?
What? Wow, I did it.
We didn't do some of these up very tight.
This is where we realised how much of a poor quality job we did last time.
Yeah.
That's good, at least, you know. It's an experience. It's a learning. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Huh?
Uh-oh. 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 Big uh-oh. I hope it's magnetic.
What was it?
Oh, how tight did we do this? Oh.
I'm going to take this one off. Careful with this.
Yeah, so it kind of goes over, I guess.
Just like that.
Oh yeah, over there will work.
Yeah, plonks in, remember?
Yeah, it's like...
Yeah, rubber gaskets. Because I remember something about us, we had a different radiator bracket. It's different between the V8 and the T6 and we had some issues with that.
Put this over there, I guess.
Yeah. Here.
Yeah, it should be fine.
Alright, so what do we got going on here?
Fucking shit ton of oil. So that's our air conditioning compressor. That's probably why that's dead.
It's black.
Soaked in oil. The water pump.
Yeah.
Soaked in oil. Look at the exhaust manifold and look at underneath
Under
the
there.
exhaust manifold.
Yeah.
It's just caked in oil.
Oh, I see what you mean.
I have an obstacle.
Come back to that one.
Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Alright.
Hey, let's use a wet leg.
Yep. Oh, this is so much more efficient now. Why didn't I think of that like 10 minutes ago?
You need the red thing.
The red thing. It's up there.
The red thing.
Look at it.
Yeah. You know what I love? When you go to use the impact, as you like pull the trigger, your eyebrow raises.
That was me. Do we need this thing? Okay. Battery time.
There's no, this is in the way, whereas down here it's not. See?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Vata.
Not sponsored. Just happens to be here. Okay. Progression has been made. Are you ready to remove the ones?
Thank you. That's it.
Wait. Ow, 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 ow. Still doing a better quality job than national windscreens. You know, piling everything on top of each other.
Yeah. I remember this brake booster was not fun.
Did we have to change that?
Different part. Had a
We did.
sensor. One
I
had a
do
sensor.
remember that. Oh god, I forgot about changing the brake booster. Yes, you have to change your brake booster, everyone. Don't forget about your brake booster.
Don't know if that's a V8 specific difference or an 07 to 08 difference.
Who knows?
This was also a faff. I remember this being a faff. Yeah.
That was easy.
Yeah.
That wasn't a faff at all.
Oh my god.
This is the phone okay part, you know? Yeah.
Yeah. Do we need to go get the one from the Mondeo?
Maybe. Oh yeah, we have one day, everybody.
Yeah. While we just disassemble some of the few things around the engine bay of the car, we thought we would start with just some questions that have been asked over the 3-part series. So first one, Jay, did we have to do any software programming for this?
No, we did not. Because we had an entire donor car, we just took everything out of that donor car and shoved it in here. This is essentially a S80 in the body of a V70, so when you turn the car on, it comes up with a picture of an S80 instead of a V70 and all that sort of stuff. So we didn't have to do any programming because as far as it's concerned, it is still an S80.
So the next question is kind of directly relating to what we're actually taking apart now. So how does the wiring work? How do we manage it up? So Jay, did you want to answer that one?
Yeah, the good thing about modern cars is they're quite modular. Everything in a sense is kind of built in sections. You know, when we're looking at the wiring loom, for example, you know, we didn't have to change the wiring loom for the entire car. We only really had to focus on the engine bay because that's really the only part of the car that actually changed.
Kind of from an outside, it looks like we've done this magical thing with, you know, custom wiring and getting it all to work. But really, the body loom stayed the exact same, so we didn't change a single thing on the body loom. The dash loom, there was one wire difference, and we don't believe it's a difference of V8 to T6, but rather 2007 to 2008. Under 2007s, they run a line, it's like an ignition line between the SEM and the gauge cluster. And without it, the car will not start. It just gives you an immobiliser fault. So we learnt that probably after 2 or 3 months of this car just sitting off the road. We managed to get a wire in there, and it's worked fine ever since. Things that don't work, there's only one thing that doesn't work, and that's the rear wiper, because it thinks it's a sedan. So it doesn't have a rear wiper. We did have some issues trying to get the parking sensors to work. We weren't able to get them to work. And then the only error that we have on the dash is brake lights. So the sedan has halogen brake lights, and the wagons have LEDs. You can wire in some inline resistors, but we haven't gone down that path yet. Another one of the questions we received was, how did it all bolt up? How did the engine mounts work, the subframe, all of that? So Jay, did you want to answer that one?
Yeah, I think a lot of people have a bit of a misconception that, you know, we've done some custom sort of stuff to mount it all up. But again, this is essentially just an S80 in a V70's body. So the engine does mount differently to the T6 that was in here. The T6 hangs, so essentially you have an engine mount here and one over there, and the engine kind of hangs on top of them. Whereas the V8 has got engine mounts down the bottom that rest on the subframe. So they are in a different spot, but the mounting points are all pre-drilled into the car. You don't have to weld anything, you don't have to cut anything, you don't have to drill anything, you don't have to do anything at all. The mounting points are there from the factory.
It kind of ties into one of the other questions we got, which was, how do we register it? So in Australia, it very much differs from state to state, but in the state of Victoria, you can do an engine swap to a different engine from the vehicle series. So, for example, if you had a Camry wagon and it had a V6 and you wanted to convert it to a 4-cylinder, you can put a 4-cylinder in it, so long as it came from a Camry. When we went to register it, we had to do a statutory declaration, just outlining that, yes, we are agreeing that the vehicle has had everything swapped over from its donor car. That includes the brakes, subframe, differential, exhaust, engine, transmission, to basically mean that it's the factory design of how it was supposed to be. It has the stopping power, the going power. Yeah, no issue at all from Vic Roads. They saw a statutory declaration. We explained how the V8 came out of the S80 and went into a V70, but it's the same model range, and they agreed, and here we are. Another one we got was whether the car was all-wheel drive. Being that the vehicle was a T6 all-wheel drive beforehand, it's very easy to keep the all-wheel drive system from the V8. One of the interesting things about the design of the car is that really, from the transmission and the engine back, you can actually leave everything in place from the T6. However, we did change it. We weren't really too sure whether there were ratio differences in the diff.
Well, the other reason we changed our diff was because the one that was in the car before was noisy as all hell.
The only thing to consider would be is if you were wanting to do a conversion like this on a front-wheel drive only car, so if you had a 2.0D V70 or something like that, you may face different issues. I would imagine the mounting is still there, and you probably would be able to bolt the subframe up, but it's likely you will need to change probably the entire body loom to be able to power the diff and send data back there, and you probably also see a change in fuel tank and all that as well.
This bit is a bit of a faff, I won't lie. You just kind of pry at it a little bit, be gentle obviously. Yeah, you just kind of, there you go. That's it. So it just comes off as one whole assembly.
How does that connect to that? Engine, body.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think it's time to disconnect the transmission selector.
Yes, which remind us that when we did this last time, we originally left the transmission selector cable and everything as it was just from the T6. You would think that this is the same, they share the same transmission, it's an ASMT F80 SC, and they would theoretically be in approximately the same place on the car because the drive shafts are in the same spot and all that sort of stuff. So we just assumed that the selector cable would be the same cable. It wasn't. It was completely different. And we only realised that, I think, after we'd put the engine in.
We had connected it here, and it connected here fine, but then we had to slot it into this bracket, which holds it there and provides a leverage point for when you shift inside the car. But we couldn't get it in there because it was a different length than the bracket. You couldn't change over.
So yes, we had to change that with the engine already in the car. It would have been much easier to do it when the engine was out. So if you're doing one of these, change your fucking selector cable when it's out, when the engine's out of the car.
The changeover process requires you to pull most of the dash apart and shove it with as much force as possible just straight into the heater core.
Ugh.
Japanese transmission, Japanese engine, Japanese car. We have a floppy cable.
We do have a floppy cable. This is where your friendly T6 engine mounts. Right here, that's where it goes.
Bits.
Do we like that this isn't quite deep enough, but...
Oh, yeah.
I just like... Oh yeah, that gave me some flexibility.
You're remembering where all these bits are, yeah?
That's in place of the T6 engine now. Time for some more disassembling. I'm not exactly sure what I'm pulling off here. I guess we'll take that. Just anything that's in the way. What is it?
Just a kookaburra having a feast.
Oh yeah. We get kookaburras here and they're very cute. Insert picture of kookaburra here.
Oh, no,
Do you think other people call this a dog bone? Or is that just us? Oh yeah.
But you're getting away.
You enjoying the singing there?
Oh,
You know that's going to go in the title, where it's like, this episode of Sweet Projects, Tyler sings.
yeah. We don't have an oil filter, do we? Or do we?
We do have an oil filter.
Take a 5-cylinder one.
Yes, it does. It's a 127 5810 oil filter from literally every Volvo ever made. Time to dog. Wow. Just fucking reverse thread or something. I don't know. I just want to personally thank whoever came up with the bright idea of putting a ratchet inside a spanner.
We love Japanese designed engines.
Look, this is where it would have mounted to the fucking yacht that they shoved it in, okay? What? I don't know how to explain it. The bolt that secures the bracket also holds on this fucking idler pulley.
Okay, well I don't remember doing that.
Neither do I.
Do not break that clip. It's probably like a 1 in a million clip and it looks so rusty. I don't know why it's so rusty. I don't know why that whole area is so rusty. I wonder if this one came from a boat. Seawater will do that.
You think Volvo were getting a bit low on stock and they just got an outboard motor and just shoved it in here?
Yeah.
How the fuck does that tensioner stay on there?
It's a press fit onto the prom.
I don't know if press fit's probably a strong word. It's probably just whacked on there. Oh my god, this is oily. I don't even know where to begin. I don't know what's safe. That's fair and reasonable. And you see how much oil is here? You would, or I would also put closer.
That's a beefy tray. If that's what I think that is, and that's like solid metal.
It has a metal part on it because it runs right up against the exhaust. So
Oh,
it
yeah.
has to have some kind of heat deflection or else it would probably just melt. Which I think it has actually because it's very sort of just like bent.
It's, as you lowered it, a couple drops came out.
All the essential liquids are on this tray, I think. Oh no, oh no.
Right here. How's it look under there? Have you seen?
You don't want to know.
Do you want to do it too or with the...
Sure. Alright world, it's not going to be the smoothest video in the world because I'm holding it by hand, but this is what we're dealing with. We've got a shit ton of oil all the way to the back of the car, all leaking from the timing cover. You can see it's all over the exhaust, it's all over the sump. If you kind of go up the side, you can see it's down the side of the subframe and the engine, and it's just completely all soaked in oil. Oil absolutely everywhere. It's even over here on the transmission. So yes, absolutely filthy and disgusting. Okay, I can disconnect it from there or there. I'll be doing some light impacting, just by the way.
Okay.
Don't really like a little cross member that's in the way of the exhaust. Oh, yuck. That was oily and wet. Wet with a H. The fact that that thing has a Volvo sticker on it means it's been replaced at some point in its life.
What's that?
Cross member thing that I just took out.
this off, it's going to break it. It's so tight. That one comes off. This one, it just wants to bend it. It's a really weak pipe.
You have to leave them sometimes.
Right, that's that one done. Oh, ow, I hurt myself.
Don't hurt yourself. And you're using the smallest one that you could have
I
got.
can get a big one.
I couldn't find it.
There, just there. High pressure line, low pressure line.
I mean, these bolts should be sufficiently oiled at the front already. Uh-oh. 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 I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I'm no longer stuck. I need to stop sitting, don't I?
Huh?
I need to stop sitting, don't I? Ow! Ow! Oh God! Oh God! Oh God, the pain! Oh God, the suffering! I like that there's an arrow on the exhaust that tells you which way the airflow needs to go.
Oh.
But it can only bulge up one way.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Oh, that's disgusting. Okay. I have freedom. I love disconnecting exhausts. There's nothing I love more in this world than having to disconnect exhausts. It's my favourite task, my favourite activity. I'd probably use the air impact for this, to be honest. Well, okay, that's flopping.
How's the impact and air going?
Great. Not great.
Can you tell me something?
Ah. I just spoke the 18 mil.
Oh no.
Where we are now. Stuck.
And this is what happens when you don't have an impact tool. It's not good.
Oh, wow. Oh. Oh, oh.
So easy?
Oh. Easy and nothing broke.
got a metal core.
Okay. They are now separate pieces. They are now separate entities.
This
So
side done?
all this just stays there. It's a lot of weight, but that's okay. We're replacing all of that anyway. Take it back out, but that's fine. Those will already be sufficiently covered in oil.
If you think about it, the engine is a self-sourcing pudding.
Yeah. You never have to do an oil change on this car because it goes to so much oil that it's fine. Ow, 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 ow. Ow, 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 ow. Ow, ow, ow. There we go. Out we come. Just tuck that up there. Ow. Ow. Oh, that's why you use it. Oh yeah. Oh, that's loose.
There you go. Angle dice.
No, still no. There we go. Oh my god, someone would think that was holding the fucking engine in with how tight it was.
Careful with the fuel. Whoa.
Officially broken now. Oh, wow, that one wasn't too bad.
I didn't say anything else.
Ah, for fuck's sake. No. The camera was in the way, that was my issue. This is episode 1 of What Did We Forget to Disconnect?
I'm just going to do a stress test.
Oh, stress test.
Okay, cool. It can hold me. And I'll wait a ton, so.
Yeah, you totally weigh the same amount as this engine. Need your assistant. Stop dancing in front of the camera and help me find my 13. No!
I'm helping.
You're not helping, you're cleaning. I think it's 3, 8, 13. I think you had it twice. That's the worst part. Oh, I was here the whole time.
Huh?
I was here the whole time. He did not look impressed. No fucking
Impact?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's different. Yeah, so we've got this.
Oh, you use that?
Yes, we use this last one.
Corroded that. Okay. Cool.
Can you lower this a bit?
A bit lower, I don't know, actually, I got another chain length.
Stop.
Got no like,
That's okay.
flatten that out. Like that.
Yeah.
Coming down. Yep, good. Thank you. Ready? And I am lowering. Yeah, I think we're okay. Should do another little lowering. Yeah.
Okay, we don't have
Uh,
disconnection on the drive shaft, the main one. Main drive shaft is still connected. Yes.
This is mildly terrifying being under here. This junction in time, this moment. I've ripped off some more plastic.
No, just whack the actual thing up. Yeah, like that. Yeah, there you go.
That was I'm sure that was the official Volvo approved way.
Ready?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck off. I need you to hold it.
Okay.
You gotta hold it.
Be good.
Where are all the buckets?
Waterworks.
Where are all the buckets? Ready?
Yeah. Yeah.
We're down.
We are down.
We're not out, but we're down.
We are down.
Come on. Let's pull them.
Okay. Yes, this is where I remember. So we're going to kind of go, eh. Yeah. Can I pull?
Yeah. Bit more towards me, please.
You?
Yeah.
Okay. There.
It's very wanting to fall off.
Is it?
Yeah. We've got to get fully in the engine bay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but